a year older than my brother. And this show blew up in the Midwest, right? And later in life, he started a fortune cookie business. He was the only American that had an in-country fortune cookie business, and he made gourmet fortune cookies to include like these big fortune cookies that you'd break them open, and then there'd be small fortune cookies in them. He was seen on Oprah and shit like that. So way back when I was running Drunkards and when I was running Smokes and Booze, I wrote off to him, and he sent me one. He sent me a big tin of them. Remember those fortune cookies? I had them at the house for a while. Couldn't eat them all. Fuck, man, they were just gourmet fortune cookies. Go figure. And it was supposed to be a corporate deal, so you could have your company's logo on the fortunes, and you could do custom fortunes and shit like that. It was really kind of cool. But then he died. So his wife's kind of smoking though. Every now and then she pops up on my Facebook page. So. But how could I compete against a circus clown?
I thought you identified as a circus clown.
I identify as a lot of things, sir. Alcoholic first. Dun, 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 dun. We are streaming, it looks like. 2 people watching. Who else is in here?
Okay, welcome back everybody to the Mystic Syndicate. I am your host of Dungeon Master Brian, and once again we're here with our friends from Drunkards and Dragons, and this is episode 55 of A Princess of Celene, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition stream and podcast. So welcome. Hope everybody is having a great evening. We're getting ready to kick it here pretty soon. So let me make sure I got everybody's cameras looking sweet. I think mine looks a little goofy, so let me see if I can fix it.
Yep, you're down a little bit.
Yeah, I need to work on it just a hair. There I go. It's a little better.
Put some hair at the top and then line up.
Yeah, I know. It's a little weird. I don't like to see the green line when I chat. So I'm kind of a perfectionist. Maybe a pain in the butt. Okay, there we go.
Where's my laser?
You and Spud. you and Spud are bitter perfectionists. A little dab of speed will do the trick.
That's always the one thing about the stream. I watch other people's streams and I see how beautiful they are and stuff like that. And I'm like, I need to be better. But that's just me.
I think the only one of us that's ever going to be beautiful is Melinda.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that sweet?
As she's stuffing her face.
Yeah. She
got him from work, guys. I literally go from tutoring my student to playing games.
Hey.
There's like no
good stress relief.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Good.
So tonight, yes, like I said, episode 55, this is a giveaway night. So up on our giveaway block, we have a $30 Steam gift card. So that's pretty good. If you are interested in taking part in this, make sure that you say something in chat, say hi, whatever. Make sure to go over and join our Discord server. You can find that on our Twitch channel. And also, if you would, just try to stick around once in a while, chat, and that's what we're kind of trying to do here. Try to get our chat numbers up as well. If you really like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe to us. We would love to have you as a follower. You can also check out our videos over on YouTube. Just go to The Mystic Syndicate. Once you're over there, and it'll take you to our channel, and you can see all of our previous episodes. We have a podcast. You can check us out on Spotify or on iTunes. So just type in The Mystic Syndicate, and you'll be able to find us there as well. So, as always, before we get started, we like to do introductions, and I can just see that Melinda just took a drink, so maybe she's clear, ready to go.
I am Melinda. I play Grenna Babbleboots, a ranger who identifies as a gnome.
Hi, I am Mike. I play Kiffy Blackhammer, Dwarven Cleric of Forest Tubo.
Hi, I'm Ed. I play Lord Ambassador Tomas Waverly, and I'm from Drunkards and Dragons, and I just recently created a role-playing game. So check out it on the website. Mike,
Oh.
I actually created Drinking the Role-Playing Game.
Oh boy.
Steph bet me on May the 4th that I couldn't create a role-playing game in 24 hours.
Very cool. Hello, I'm Pav. I play Lord General Kelex, a human paladin of Heronius.
I'm Russ. I play Yarn Grimmer Toughenamath Halderson. And I'm surrounded by people with big heads and big names. I don't understand.
Says the one with the biggest name of all.
More letters, at least.
Well, I'm Timble.
An artist.
And artist.
Okay,
And
so
I'm Glenn. Got to get that in there.
yeah,
But
well, good. All
middle
right.
name.
So yeah, as I was mentioning, we have a $30 gift certificate up on the block tonight, as well as also a Dungeons and Dragons 50th anniversary collector dice kit. So make sure if you are interested in any of these fine things, we'll pull your name off of the chat, and we'll add it to our roulette wheel at the end of the stream, and whoever the pointer lands on we'll do the $30 gift certificate first, and then after that we'll do the dice. If you are rolling for the dice, make sure that you are in the United States, because that is the only place that I can ship to. I'm unfortunately not willing or able to. For monetary reasons, I'm not shipping this to Japan. Sorry. Yeah, I wish
Wait.
Uh-huh.
I would back the shipment to Japan if somebody in Japan will pick up a bottle of Dracula's blood. It's the only place I've been able to find this stuff since we've left Germany, and it's in Japan. So I'll cross-ship anybody that does that.
Okay, so folks in Japan, if you happen to have or able to get a hold of this bottle of, what's it called, Dracula's blood?
It is called Dracula's blood, right?
Okay, so
Oh, yes.
so
Yes, please.
so yeah, so we'll make sure to get that all squared away between our friends in Japan and our buddy Ed to see if that happens. If you guys can send a bottle of that, we'll send this off to you if you win. So
I have children.
you have children.
You can have children.
Great. Now we're child trafficking for booze. This is
it's
going to end bad.
Wait,
They're in their so you can really work them good.
Oh, okay. I was about ready to ask you have children in Japan. What the hell? I mean, it's not out of the question.
Give me a little time, and it's a possibility.
I've seen your game at the bar. It's never a possibility.
Aw.
No. That was then. This is now. I have Dracula in this. Yes.
Okay. Is it good?
Oh hell yeah!
Really?
It's the nectar. It's the nectar of the demons.
It is really good.
Okay.
Very stark, dark red. The Germans serve it for Halloween, but they have it in these vials, and it is just dark, dark red. You taste it. So it's kind of like a clove liqueur. It is just, man. For me, it's one of the best things in the world.
Is it sweet? Like a dessert?
No.
Well, no. Okay.
Looks like it's got a bit of taste of cloves and things. So
Yep.
Oh,
But don't you love the label on it?
It's rich. It's beautiful.
yeah,
Okay.
I like that label.
Well, there you go, folks. If you can, yeah, I mean, if you're outside of the United States and you happen to have a bottle of this good stuff, we'll talk to you afterwards. Try to get this done because obviously Ed wants it like badly. All right,
He wants it bad.
badly. Okay.
Oh, I found it. Hey, Albie, I found a place in Germany that's got it too. So I'm gonna put it in our Discord link. So
Nice. Nice. Yeah, you can go over to our Discord and see what this is all about. If you're
Maybe I'll get Claudia
excited.
to send me some.
I almost sang a song there that's bad. So Ed Good, must not sing bad songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the last time that we were all together, you had finished your adventure in the Feywild, and yeah, right, and you had had the curse lifted from you, so you're now no longer cursed. So that's a big feather in your cap, because I know that was a problem that you guys had to face, especially near the end of it. So you are now back in the Druid Grove of Bartholomew. You had stepped back through the Laystone, and it is around midnight when you arrive. As you step out, you see that Bartholomew is sitting in front of a fire, and sitting across from him is an extremely large brown bear, what you would consider a grizzly. This is a large, very formidable animal. And as soon as you all step through it, both Bartholomew and the bear immediately take notice of you. And Bartholomew stands and says, "Well, welcome back. It has been some time. We were worried."
How long has it been?
Let's see, it has been 2.5 moons. It's been too long.
I told you.
It's been 2 moons since you went away.
Yeah. So he says, yes, unfortunately, it has been too long. The Feywild does have a way of being able to warp and distort time. So
That means we got 3 months left.
If we're lucky.
Tomas takes out Morel and puts him on his shoulder.
okay. So everybody else, as you all look over at Tomas as he reaches into his bag, and you just see him pluck out one of these mushrooms that he had collected from the Feywild and sticks it on his shoulder. And Bartholomew immediately recognizes and says, "You brought back Feywild flora? That's very, very brave of you. Do you understand what this could mean if it gets out of hand?"
Why, yes, I do. Would you like to try some?
No, I don't think that would be wise.
Did you ask the bear? It's rude not asking the bear.
Has anything transpired in these last 2 months that you're aware of?
He says, "Unfortunately, I don't get a lot of news out here. I am a hermit. And so usually when it comes to news, it's something that usually passes months, to my ear, months down the road. So I'm very sorry. I have nothing for you." He says, "But last month, this bear showed up. and has been with me for some time. It seems to be waiting for someone, and I believe it might be one of your party.
Everybody turns to Grenna.
Bear, what do you have to say for yourself?
So the bear gives up this kind of a low, not a growl, but more just sort of a low moaning noise as it immediately settles its eyes upon Grenna and stands up to its full height, which is right around 9 feet tall. This is a monster that has kind of been has found its way to Bartholomew's grove. Bartholomew looks over and says, "Well, it seems as though he is here for the young Fey, the young Fey lass, and
he could be here for Glenn because Glenn looks a little bit like Clint Howard and Gentle Ben.
It's so fluffy.
Yeah. So
I should call him George.
Call me Fluffy.
Okay, so Grenna, are you still in gnome form, or are you okay? You're still in gnome form. So as this bear grows closer to you, you kind of realize that its paw is about as big as you. It's really, this is a really big bear. To a point where you're kind of thinking that there's definitely something special about it. And Bartholomew says, "Well, it has been eating me out of house and home ever since it arrived, and I'll be happy to be rid of it." Said so.
Careful, he can eat you.
No, I'm sure he can. As you see the bear just kind of swing its head back around and give kind of this time a low growl. And so
Elves are friends, not food.
Druids are friends, not food. Yeah. So
unless he kill you, in which case go back.
So Bartholomew says, "So I believe you'll probably need to be heading back to the capital soon."
The capital. I believe so. Could you help us get closer?
I believe I can. Unfortunately, I cannot get you to the life tree itself, but there is a grove not far from the city, actually within, just outside of the city walls, actually, that I can open a tree for you if you're ready.
We are most grateful. Thank you.
Excellent. So he walks over to this very large silver maple and places his hand upon the trunk of it, and it splits, just as you've seen Shira do in the past, and this green light spills out from it, very, very familiar to you. And he says, "So, good luck to you." And he ushers you towards the maple.
I'm getting the idea that he doesn't want us in his grove.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
I think
yeah,
he doesn't want the bear.
Because every time we show up, we make his life difficult.
We just remind him he's part of the world, not just the wild world.
Should I donate a fireball?
Donate a what? A fireball.
Hey, Brian, I don't know if it's me, but it looks like the stream is lagging.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting I'm seeing like a little circle just going around. It's been like that for about a minute.
Oh, well,
that's on you. I see it fine, Bob.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
Well, just want to make sure.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
It's going good.
So.
Yeah, and you seem to be on it too. So
the tree is open.
We go through.
Okay. So as you step through, remember what the time of day is. It is like right around midnight, so it is still extremely late or very early in the morning. So as you step through, you're actually not too far away from the road to Instead itself. And you can see the walls from there, and you can see that there are lights upon the walls. But I need everybody to make a perception check for me.
La 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 la.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
I automatically pass. It's one of those rogue things.
You automatically pass, even if you
Yes,
roll, even if you
if
roll
my-
a 1.
Roll is my minimum roll is a 10. It's an auto pass.
No.
Yeah,
No, if you get a 1,
I'll find it, but that's in here for the rogue.
oh,
I'm closing in on something that you won't like. I can't be put at disadvantage.
okay.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun. Just makes me think I'll have to do something more devious and dastardly, just especially for you. Okay.
That's fine. I can also if someone's near a target that's targeting me, I can make it go to them.
Yeah, the DM will not be mocked.
I mock you. I mock you, sir.
Okay.
I don't know. Phone is
okay.
always at disadvantage.
Okay, so Grenna, Yarn, and Timble, as you all step out, you immediately start to take in your surroundings. You can see that there is definitely guards who are around on the walls at the main gate. But one thing that immediately concerns you is that the banners that usually hang from the walls, the ones with green with the gold unicorn on them, the actual royal seal of Celene, is covered with a black cloth.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
So are you going to point this out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kelex, you go first.
Yeah, we need to hurry. Does anybody?
Yeah. So
I mean, obviously, I guess we understand what a black cloth over something means, right?
Morning.
yes.
And I can say this. I've been here enough that I feel pretty confident that I could get in there and find out what's going on. You could find a spot out here to see if what exactly is going on, what is happening now. I can get that information and you guys could be safe. Or we can just all go up and do show of force and go in anyway.
Have we ever done anything the safe way? Let's go.
And
That's a
are you
good
suspecting something's amiss besides but
Let's go.
I think we need to go. Let's just all go.
Okay. So
Are we gonna bring Fluffy?
is that what you've named the bear?
Either Fluffy or George.
Okay. Well, maybe we can leave that up to the people in on the stream this evening, or or on X, Twitter. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, we're looking for a good grizzly bear name. Grenna now has a new companion, and no longer does she have Bubbles. Bubbles ended up turning into being a shapeshifter, a Fey shapeshifter. So, Grenna has a new companion. So if you have a really good grizzly bear name, I know right now George is one that you were thinking of, or Fluffy.
Fluffy George.
Fluffy George. It's Fluffy George. Yes.
While we're on that subject, may we ask you a few questions? Has it talked to you?
Hi. Can I talk to it?
You can try to talk to it.
Sure.
Your position with it, is it like a companion now, or is it a face something that we need to be aware of?
Don't know.
Do I know the answer to any of those questions?
You really don't. You have a feeling that it is probably not a Fey creature, that it is just a nature companion. So you don't believe. I mean, you can try to talk to it. If you have a talk with animals spell or ability, you would definitely be able to chat with it.
I do.
Okay.
I wonder if I could take and I pull out a piece of wrought iron that I was carrying with me. Can I put this against his nose?
Only if you want him to bite you.
I'm asking. We're curious, Fey or non-Fey.
I don't think Fey. He does not feel Fey.
Okay.
Oh, really? There's a feeling if he's Fey? What, is he got an extra ball or two hanging down there? Is he got big hairy nipples? I don't know. That's just the feeling I have that we need more proof.
I'm going to go with he does have hairy nipples.
Yeah.
Big.
That's probably a given.
Big.
There's something seriously wrong with you guys as a whole. You know that, right?
I happen to know this for a fact, that they don't have hairy nipples around the aola. There's no hair grows. So when the bears suckle on it, that's how they find it.
But not on male bears.
What's that?
Okay.
But not on male bears.
Okay. So let's
not on boy bears.
Okay,
let's about bear nipples.
Let's
oh no! Don't go there.
Let's.
I could sneak up behind him and just put the metal right on his ass.
All right, let's refocus. Let's refocus.
Okay, so I can speak with animals, and for 10 minutes I can talk with them.
Okay.
Ryan, you're doing all sorts of red. What's wrong?
What's your favorite part of this episode?
Knowledge and awareness of the beast is limited by their intelligence.
Okay, so if you're going to cast this and you'd like to talk with your bear, you can do so.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay, so you cast it, and so the rest of you, as you all are hearing this, it sounds as though Grinna is making bear sounds. She doesn't, it's not like she's speaking a language. And as soon as she starts to talk in this bear language, the bear's ears perk up, and he sits down in front of her, of course, towering over her. And he says, yes, my new master, how can I help you?
New master?
Mm-hmm. This is your animal friend. Your true animal friend.
My true animal friend.
Yep.
Okay.
You might want to look into how it transpired to be your friend.
How did you become how did what?
Bear Cavalry. You're now Bear Cavalry.
Okay, so
what am I supposed to call you?
Yeah, right in bear.
So you're asking it how it came to be that it chose you. Okay, so he sits there, and you can see this puzzlement in his eyes for just a brief second, and then he says, a tree woman came to me and told me to be here.
A tree woman. Okay.
So you're my babysitter. Got it.
I do not understand you.
That's you, and
no. She told me to be here to help you, not to be babysitter.
Okay.
Babysitter?
Okay.
So, Kelex kind of nudges Kippy and kind of points to the helm and say, you understand what's going on here?
I have no idea.
Way too
Okay.
You can either try to come with us or you can wait for us out here.
I
will not leave you.
I think it would be better if I stay here in the woods, but I will stay in this area.
Okay. Am I able to
help you with need?
So I have. How would I be able to call him back? What do you call yourself?
He says, I've never been given a name.
Okay. All right.
I will call you Fluffy.
We'll call you Fluffy George. No. All right, we can work that out later. All right, well, hang around the woods, and I guess I'll call you when you're ready to leave.
That is good. I shall
right.
wait here. Okay, so the bear sort of just lumbers off into the woods off to the side. You can see that it is finding a little area for it to set down. Grinna,
Is he going to shit in the woods?
he might. So Grinna, I don't know if you had a chance to read the description of your abilities that I sent you in Discord.
I read them, but my brain was elsewhere.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, because I think primarily you usually have, was it low light or dark vision to 60 feet?
Yes.
Well, it's been doubled.
Right.
Faye get, yeah. So you can actually see pretty well here. So everyone is starting to make their way up to the main gate of Instead. And as you approach, you see that there are 4 guards here. There are 4 guards on the walls above you. And as soon as you come within the lamplight, a bullseye lantern is used to shine a light upon you. You kind of shield your eyes for just a brief second. And an elven ranger steps out of the darkness behind the lantern and walks up to you. He immediately recognizes you, Kelex, as he also recognizes the rest of you. And he immediately snaps to attention, and he addresses you, Kelex. He said, "Lord Kelex, it is good to see you here once again."
I salute him back, and I kind of point at the banner and say, "What has transpired here?"
You can see the color just sort of drain from his face, and he says, "You have not been told, I guess. I am sorry to be the bearer of such bad news, your lordship, but the crown princess has been assassinated. It's been almost a month and a half ago."
Melda?
Yes.
Are you speaking of Melda or?
Yes, Princess Melda.
Okay, yeah.
Because
I remember that you had told me that, and this is out of character. I remember you told she had decided not to take that position if she wanted to marry me. Okay, so now that Kelex realizes what he was talking about, you just see the distraught on his face. He's like, he's not. To the palace. Take us there, please. Quickly.
Of course. As soon as you walk through the gate, you can hear bells being rang. Not bells that would normally mean some sort of imminent attack, but it is for the guards to know that there are visitors coming through and are on their way to the castle itself. Yes, Temple.
I'm going to move up to Kelex. I'm going to kind of clap him on the back and look up to him and say, "Wear the shadow, wear the darkness within you. Control your emotions. I know it's hard to do, but this may have been from the shadow side. And we have to control it. Control yourself. Can you do that for me? For us?"
You're muted.
You're muted, yeah.
Bomber.
Sorry. Yeah, he doesn't look directly at Timble. He just kind of keeps looking down his face and just nods. He doesn't say anything.
I know it's an impossible task, but I just want you to be wary and be prepared.
Yeah. So
we care for you, and we don't want to lose you.
So the young
we have again.
So the
got your back, bro.
So the young ranger escorts you up to the castle. The guards there also greet you. He leaves you in the care of the castle guard. You can see by the looks on their faces that they know that you have been told, and so they quickly make sure you get to the castle. Once you are inside, like I said, it's very, very late. And one of the castle guards asks you, so Lord Kelex, who would you like for us to rise at this hour?
Anyone at this point. Where you can see he's having a hard time speaking. Where is she at now?
She was here. She was in the memorial sort of crypt area, where Yusuf, the Emperor of Ket, had lain for some time, but she has been transferred to the royal cemetery up on the mountain. I'm very sorry you missed her.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it together. He really is trying to keep it together.
I need you to make a wisdom
Make a
save.
will save.
Make a wisdom, yeah.
A wisdom save or check?
Wisdom save. Okay, that's
15.
good. Okay, you're able to keep it in, but you can feel that the darkness is growing inside of you, and you're able to push it down. All the while, as your hand lands upon the hilt of your sword, and you feel its warmth radiating through your hand up your arm, and you feel as that is helping you push back the darkness that absolutely is boiling within you at this time. And so two other guards appear. That one house guard runs off, and within about 5 minutes, you see Prince Val arrive. You can see he's putting his tunic on. He's getting dressed as he's coming down the stairs. He immediately looks at you. He tries to put on a brave face, but he can't. And so he just rushes down and gives you a big hug. And he says, I am so sorry, Kelex. I am so very sorry.
How did it happen?
He said, there was a drow assassin. We actually have her in the oubliette below.
Okay. Oh,
Not for long.
I have some spells I want to try out.
Take me to her.
Of course.
The drow.
Of course. So he escorts you down, and as you guys are going through, you have been to this. You have not been to this part of the dungeon. This is different than where you guys were being held when you first came, so many months ago, and he takes you past those standard dungeon cells into a room that is just absolutely dark, and a set of stairs goes down into the earth. And you're thinking it's at least another good 30-foot drop into the earth. And below is a very, very small room with a hole that has a metal grate over the top of it. It looks as though this place is totally devoid of light. You see Val reach over and strikes some flint and steel, and one of the torches lights up on the wall. And he walks over and he kicks the top of the metal grate. Below, you hear something stir, but of course you can't see anything down there. It is just so dark. Grenna, you can see Kiffy, you can definitely see. Temple, you can also see down in there. And what you see is it looks as though it is a female drow. She is dressed in dirty, tattered leathers. Her eyes burn fiercely as she looks up through the darkened grate. To your appearance, it looks as though she has not been fed in probably a long time. Her face is sunken in. Her eyes are also. It looks as though she is slowly being starved to death.
Yarn, can you give me some more?
Captured. How did you capture?
You know that these things thrive in the darkness.
He
You
says,
should have pinned her to the wall with a guard and let her shine in the sun and let the light burn her.
So, what's the end game here? Are we killing her? Is that what
Give me-
is that what we're doing? To die?
Can I get? Is there a way to get down in this hole? Is it? I mean, how big is the space?
it's very, very small. It's just probably a little bit bigger, so she would be able to sit down but not lay down. It's round. It's probably what you can tell is about 8 feet deep. You would need either a ladder or a rope to be thrown down to whoever is below to get them out. At this point in time, she is sitting on the ground pretty much in her own filth and waste, waiting.
This is an oubliette.
Yeah, it's an oubliette. It's not, like I said, it's not.
It's where you put people to forget about them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's from the French, isn't it? To forget. Yeah.
What you need,
Yarn,
Kelex?
can you get light?
What's that?
Lights down there, please.
Oh, how many you want?
One big one. No.
I take out a couple of my rocks and I hit them with the light with the daylight, almost daylight, and drop one in.
Okay, so as you do, it hits the ground kind of almost between her feet. She immediately covers her eyes. It is just so bright that she cannot look at it as she's... And like I said, what you see before you is just an emaciated creature. Even her hair looks stringy and some of it is falling out. It's very, you almost have a feeling that this is cruelty, but then the darkness swells within you and knows, and it changes your heart. And said, no, this is exactly what this monster needs. I need you to make another will save.
I tell Val that I'm sorry for him, and if you could to take it and ensure the family knows that we're with them, and so very sorry.
Val is the are y'all just putting in her? Are y'all just putting her in here to die? Is that why she's here?
The Queen hasn't decided.
Has she told you anything?
No, that is one thing that we haven't been able to get is a name or anything. She has been quiet the entire time since we've captured her.
I pull out a bag. Set it at the tip.
Just the two.
Yeah.
I think we have a better use for that.
I'm not looking to put so much that she would die,
No.
but about 6 feet, so she's
Guys,
Hey.
laying it.
no, we're not doing that.
She is a soldier. We need to figure out who sent her.
She's an assassin. There's a difference.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, yes, it's an
She was
animal.
still sent by somebody.
Prince Val,
Tomas,
would you like to try to get something out of her?
Tomas cast Dominate Person on her.
Ooh,
Okay.
Cast what?
Nice.
an 8 person.
Dominate person. What's the save on that?
15. She should
15?
probably be in a negative if she given her condition.
Yeah, she'll have a it'll be a disadvantage, so we can definitely do that.
I can take that.
Yeah, you'll take that. That's fine.
Yeah, bitches, I want to take that.
I don't know what that was, but okay. Righties. Let's see what so everybody can see it. Okay, that's the first one, and the second one. 16.
Fucking shit.
So yeah, she is. All you see down there is, even with the bright light, as she finally is able to, look. She kind of puts her hand out like this to block the light. She looks back up at you, Tomas, with these just hate. I mean, Kelex, you understand as you're looking down at the hate that is just pouring off of this person, and it's pretty bad. So Val looks and said, "We have been when she was first caught. We probably for the first 2 weeks, she was handed over to people within the castle who are specialized in the extraction of truth, and they were unable to break her. This is why she's here now. Like, I believe, I'm almost for sure that my mother wants her to die a very slow and painful death. As you can see, the oubliette does its job quite well.
I'm still willing to try.
Try what?
To get something from her. I need to know why. Who she is, who she works for. This is our chance to get answers. We've been waiting for, we've come across the trial before, and this is our chance.
So
we still have the little marble. We can get the information.
Little marble?
Yeah, you don't remember that? We have the teleport balls for the drone.
I thought.
Yeah, I've got this little marble. I'm going to implant it right there in your forehead. So, Brian, let me make sure I understand the physical layout. We're in a room down beneath, right?
Yes.
And in the floor, there's a 20-foot drop, and then that's where the drow is, correct?
8 foot.
Okay, so from where you all were at when you were in the dungeon, it was a 30-foot staircase that goes down to a square room that is pretty much a 20 by 20-foot square room. In the center of this room is a hole. That hole is 8 feet deep, and it is covered with a grate. So that should be able to give you what you need as far as dimensions.
Yes, that's exactly.
And the ceiling is 10 feet tall.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not accomplishing anything down here. Let's go back upstairs. We're not accomplishing anything. All we're doing is pissing off Kelex and allowing his inner demon to resurface. We need to leave now.
Kelex still hesitates. He just stares at her. He's
Go!
glaring.
Go! Get! Scram! Get up them stairs! Go!
So as Yarn takes his staff of power and smacks you behind the legs, moving you, urging you to go up the stairs, everyone else is following.
Is this like Gandalf smacking Denethor?
Yeah,
kind of. but not in the face. That was that. Yeah, no one's getting
in the face.
No one's getting. Yeah, I don't think Yarn would hit Kelex in the face with his stuff of power. I don't know. Maybe he would. Shit. I can't speak for Yarn.
Depends on the day. All right, everybody go upstairs. Go. Get.
Okay. So
I'm the last one on the stairs going up.
okay.
Well, you'll notice that I'm not there.
I think Timble's saying something.
Timbo.
He said
Bad
you'll notice
idea.
he's not there.
Okay.
Timbo. Bad idea. Come on.
Yarn, I need you to make a perception check with advantage. Because it's such a small, confined space in here.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Geez. Alrighty. That was a matching roll. So that's kind of surprising to me.
Surprise!
Yeah. So let's give it because it was a tie on the stealth and the perception. Let's try that one more time as a tiebreaker. So give me a stealth Timble and give me a perception Yarn. Oh,
Holy crap.
Timble got a natural 1. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Okay, and then Yarn. Okay, so yeah, Yarn, you actually kind of see him standing over there, skulking in the corner.
Everybody else is out of the room by now, correct?
Yeah, everybody else is up on the stairs heading up. It's just you and Timble.
I'm about to drop a fireball. Get the hell out of here.
Do your best.
Okay. Fireball in that oubliette.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Let me tell you, my motivation was simply humanity. I was going to give her something to drink.
wow. And so the small bead of bat guano flares. I need everybody on the stairs to give me a perception check.
I don't think there's need for a perception check.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it'll be low.
Isn't it an ejection check?
Ejection check. Okay, so as you all are you're about halfway up the stairs, so you're about the 15-foot mark. You hear a whoosh sound. A bright light emanates in from behind you, casting shadows on the staircase. As you hear a scream cut short very, very quickly. Yeah, and now you smell. You smell.
You become a bunch of murder hobo.
You smell smoke, and the smell of charred flesh.
It's not like they haven't smelled it before.
Oh yeah, they know it all too well. The Prophet's Bounty Inn is one of their probably most vivid memories of your fireball expertise.
Wasn't that great? But that was a wall of fire, actually.
Oh, I get I do get the ability to dodge.
And I sculpted I sculpted it so where he would take only half damage at most.
Why did you kill her?
Because otherwise she was going to sit there and suffer and die.
Oh.
Okay.
So Skeleton's back. He rushes back down the stairs.
For the
Okay.
record, Twitter says we should have had nonstop Barney for 24 hours or make them watch AOC or Kamala Harris speeches.
What is that for?
To torture her?
Torture the drow. I love the idea. Thank you guys on X. Always coming up with the creative ways to torture people. All right. So yeah, Kelex comes back down, hurried, comes back down to the room just as the fireball erupts up from the hole and kind of fills the ceiling. You see Yarn standing there in his normal. It's kind of like he's in his element, which he really is. A large. Just a slight smile as you see Timble is on the other side of the wall there, like looking up at the ceiling as the flames, kind of. So, yeah, Timble, if you can give me a reflex with advantage. Do you have uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
Oh, then you don't have to worry about it at all. Okay. Yeah. So you just kind of like sidestep the sheet of flame as it comes down from the ceiling. You are not affected by it whatsoever. But as you kind of peer down into the hole, you can see that the metal grate that was on top has been completely melted. It is just not there anymore. But all that is left of the Drow assassin is just charred remains and ash.
Just start calling
Kelex does
Yarn
down the hole.
Khaleesi.
What's that?
Wait, what? Kelex pushes Yarn in the hole. Oh my god.
God. So Kelex looks down in a hole. He does not look happy. And then he asks, he doesn't even look at Yarn. Why?
To save you.
That's fine, but this would have been an opportunity for us to maybe gotten some more information. You know what? I'm gonna do a performance check. Oh man, because no deception check too. I guess maybe I don't know. Let's do deception.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of impressed.
I know, but why?
Number one, I'm very impressed that as a paladin you have a deception that you have a +3 in it. That's the scary part.
It's charisma or wisdom based. I can't remember what it was.
It's probably charisma.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess it does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This could have been a chance for us to find information. I guess that's lost to us.
Maybe. There was a chance. I'll admit that. However, I think the cost of that information would have been way too high. And you are not thinking in the normal way that you think.
No, he's a paladin. He's thinking exactly how he would normally think.
No, he's not.
And yet you did not even allow me to.
Nope.
He just turns, walks away, and goes up the stairs.
Yeah. So Yarn, as you see him walk away, you kind of you had the realization that while he seems very unhappy, but you definitely have taken away that thorn, and you still feel that you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I'm right. Damn it.
Yeah.
And he'll get over to die with it.
Damn it, I wish I would have taken that raised dead instead of taking dominate person, because that'd been funny. We could have raised her again and then did it again.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What? I'm not the one that killed somebody in a pit. All right, so
It's the best way to kill them. That way they can't fight you back.
Yeah.
Go running.
Monkeys in a barrel.
Running, yeah.
Fish in a barrel, yeah. Okay, so you all return back upstairs.
Yeah.
Everybody is standing there outside of the dungeon entrance. And
Not everyone.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Then let me know what you're doing.
I'm trying to put the fire out. I'll remember to shake twice.
Okay. Jeez.
I do
Okay.
not like drow. Drow and me, that's one of those things that I don't tolerate. I hate them.
Yeah.
So it's right now the only race that I can say I truly hate. And then I'll go up the stairs.
Okay. So yeah, as the rest of you were standing there talking with Val, he says, "So I know it's still pretty early, and right now it's kind of what you're thinking is probably it's right around 1 o'clock in the morning." So he says, "Your rooms are always prepared. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sure the Queen will
Val?
not." Yes.
Could you give orders to not have the body touched or messed with?
Of course. I don't think.
I need to talk to a few people and see about the body.
Okay. Of course. Yeah, there's.
You leave the dead.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect, Timble.
So, so he says, "Well, if that's it, I guess I'll talk to you all tomorrow morning."
Thank you, Val.
I know the Queen will want to meet with you.
Thank you.
Probably early.
Like your
I'll
prisoner on
make-
fire.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to send servants to wake you at an appropriate time.
At
Once
an
again,
appropriate time or inappropriate time?
at an appropriate time. So he once again he turns to you, Kelex, and he just reaches over and just puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Again, my brother, I am so sorry." And
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and he just lowers his hand and just nods in acknowledgement, and he starts to head up the stairs to his own quarters. And you guys are standing there.
Go to
It was fun. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I need a log ride.
Okay.
Yep. Kelex heads to her room.
Okay. So,
Brian?
Yes.
I have to go pick up my daughter from work.
Oh, okay.
It kind of coincides with I go to my room. I'm going to open up a portal to Raven, and I'm going to be through. I do not know if I will be returned in the morning.
Okay. All
So,
right.
There we go.
Okay. Very good.
Make it a movie call.
You're just thinking.
Hey, Albie, before you go, just cover your camera so it doesn't mess up Brian's layout.
I was going to do that.
Thank you.
I was going to go right up there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that kind of holds for me there.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'm
that
going to
is-
screenshot that and see what guys will put on the picture and have them. Never mind.
Okay.
That looks like somebody did a bad Photoshop of your nose and your mouth.
Yeah, it's kind of
Mhm.
weird. Yeah, kind of weird. I wasn't expecting it to look like that.
I'll be back. And
Okay.
you can
Right.
assume that I'm giving all the information to Raven if she's there.
Yeah. Okay.
And coming to, can she help?
Okay.
Can we get to talk? So,
Okay.
see you in a few.
All righty. So the rest of you retire to your chambers, settle in for the evening, and you all fall asleep pretty quickly. You all have been up for a pretty long time.
2 months.
It's been 2 months.
Before I go to sleep,
Yes.
I reanimate Edgar and tell him to watch the room and wake me if anybody tries to enter.
Okay. Yeah, very good. So yes, your raven finds a place to perch within the room and is keeping an eye upon you and the room itself. So
Hopefully, also, I'm hoping my psychic bond with Morel will allow me to know if something's coming to try and assassinate me.
Yeah, every once in a while, the little mushroom on your tunic kind of gives a shake, and these spores kind of just like blast out from it. And as it does, as you're laying down, you're getting ready. You take, I guess you take it and put it on like the nightstand or whatever, and it does.
No, I put the spores up my nose.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's easy enough. Yeah, and you find that these spores are very calming to actually help you sleep. And so actually you are only required to have 4 hours instead of the standard 8 because of these special spores. Sleep spores.
Does it glow in the dark? It could be like a nightlight.
It actually has a phosphorescent, like the bottom of the top of it, like I don't know what they're all called. I can't remember all of my mushroom physiognomy. So, yeah, it actually like puts out a very light bluish, phosphorescent glow. So it would almost be considered a night light for like a kid. A child would love it.
Gotcha.
One thing you also notice, Tomas, is that your dreams are extremely vivid, but they're always extremely pleasant. So you do get rested. You do feel rested, but your mind feels expanded. So you're really, but like I said, you only require 4 hours. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of a neat little critter. Okay. So, the next morning you receive knocks upon your door as servants enter, helping you prepare for the day, helping you dress. Clothing, appropriate clothing has been laid out, for court. Of course you can wear whatever you want, but that's totally up to you. And the servants tell you that as soon as you're ready, they will collect everyone and head down to the throne room.
So Kelex did not sleep well last night.
Okay.
If I'm okay to fail that save.
Well, okay, that's one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you all want to like add to the story like that, just tell me. It's like he doesn't sleep, or how you feel about something that's occurred. Feel free to expound on that. I'd love that, because
I am a bitch. I slept well. I'm a tree.
But so Kelex says you tried to sleep, but your mind was filled with mourning. I mean, deep, sorrowful mourning. You had flashbacks of your time with Melda when you first met her on that battlefield south of Thornward, as you remember scooping her up after the giant had clubbed her pretty severely and retreated with her. All of the things that you all had seen and done together, it weighed heavily upon you, so much so that you couldn't sleep. Eventually, though, you did fall into an exhaustive sleep, but that sleep was not fit. It was not good. It was painful to you, because as you were dreaming, you once again saw the face of Adra right as she delivered that terrible spell, the one that took you. And in your mind, you could hear her saying to you, and and in her voice, you heard her say, "I know where you are, and you are mine now." And then you wake up, your eyes flash open, you're covered in sweat, and a chill runs through your spine.
So when he does, he'll go ahead and he'll get changed, but obviously the way when everybody else sees him, you can see that he did not sleep. He looks horrible.
Yeah, when the rest of you all are gathered together to go down to the throne room, you can see the bags under his eyes are dark. He looks listless. He looks as though he's a man who has had literally the rug pulled out from under him. It's a very sad sight, being that you have seen him in more happier times, in more triumphant times. This is not the same man. So, you make your way downstairs. Val is waiting. Next to him is Princess Sabah. She immediately, as soon as she sees you, Kelex, she just kind of looks down. You can see that she is deeply filled with sorrow, so much so that you can see that tears are pooling in her eyes as you walk by. As you can see that they're just running down her face. She knows that, or you make an insight check. Okay, so okay.
Yeah, I rolled twice. It's the first one, 14.
Cool. So yeah, as you walk, as you're getting closer to her, you can see that there are tears that are running down her face, and you feel that maybe she feels responsible. She just holds on to Val's hand as he talks with the guards there before the throne room doors. So in just a few seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. So a few seconds, and the doors open. Val steps back, and he just looks over at you again, Kelex, and says, "I'll see you at breakfast. You look like shit." He at least gives you a smile, but you can see that it's kind of forced. He was trying to make some levity of it, but just the look on your face, just the defeat, it brings him back very, very quickly, and he kind of regrets it. And you can just see he just looks away. So you all are escorted in. The guards bring you before the queen. The queen is sitting on her throne, but you can see that everything that has happened over the last 2.5 months has taken its toll on the queen. She looks older. She looks,
for an elf, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's, to you, this is sadness that stretches, beyond, decades, hundreds of years. She feels, you can kind of figure, she feels that she's lost not just one daughter, but two. And this is crushing. There's no one else on the throne. There's no one else standing there. Shira is not present. Asenath is not present. It's just her. And she sees you walk in, and she stands. And you come to the appropriate distance from her. What are you going to do?
So Kelex goes to this point. He's looking down, and he tries to talk as boldly, or not boldly, but as normally as he can. Your Majesty, I'm truly saddened for your loss. If there's anything I can do, and he just kind of leaves it at that.
you kind of just cast your eyes up. The rest of you notice this as well. She is just stone faced. It's like she waits for almost a good 30 seconds before she says anything. And the silence it's nerve-wracking. All of you are just on edge waiting for her to say something. And she looks down at all of you and she says, well, I do have at least some good news for you, Lord Kelex. That the war in Bissell is over. At least you have that. And
that is good news.
She turns back and sits back on the throne. Says, I don't know if you've been told or not, but the warring parties are supposed to meet in Pellic within the next 2 days to sign the agreements, to sign the armistice between the Ket and her allies and Bissell and her allies. Of course, I'm sure you're going to attend. It would only be right.
You can see he was almost to say that, I'm sure that the Lord, oh man, what's his name? Is it Silverlight? What's the guy that took over?
Sir Timothy Truelight is the new Margrave. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure. You can see that he was about to say something along that lines, but yeah, I guess that is my duty.
Well, you were instrumental in bringing the Ket to heel. It would only be right that you would be there. If not a guest of your own nation, at least a guest of my nation. It would only be right.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Of course you're able to stay here as long as you wish. I know you brought my daughter great joy. And she just kind of casts her eyes down. She can't even come to say Melda's name. So.
As she did to me. Oh, I got to do a wisdom check here. This is getting terrible. Is it a check or a save?
It's a save.
Save.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Again, you feel that while this is not it's not it's not one of those situations where you're taking damage or you are near something that has harmed you or harmed your loved ones. This is the Queen, so you don't really have to worry too much about the darkness bubbling up. But yeah, I mean, in the future, if you take damage, especially, there's going to be a situation where you're going to have to roll for that.
All right, cool.
To contain that darkness. So she says, I will let you take your leave now. I believe you're supposed to have breakfast with my son and his what is she to him? I have no idea. And you can kind of just see as she just kind of trails off that you get the feeling that it's time to go.
Yeah.
So
we leave.
So, you all turn and start making your way slowly back out of the throne room. Once you're back outside into the hallway, the guards close the door. Just as you see Asenath ascending the staircase there, she immediately sees you and freezes. And she just, it's like she's kind of caught in a moment of time there and you can just see that she doesn't know what to do. There's no, her face is as stony as her mother's was. And just after that, a door opens and Val looks over at you and says, "Oh, if y'all are ready for breakfast." And he notices Asenath standing on the staircase. He sees it. "Az, are you ready for breakfast?" And she snaps out it for a moment. And she says, "Yeah, I think I am." And you all, as a group, head down to the hall where everybody is sitting and eating. The queen does not join you, but a little bit afterwards, you see that Shira walks in, immediately stops to see who is there. She walks over to you, Kelex, and places her hand on your shoulder and just gives it a squeeze. She says nothing else as she takes a seat across from you. Servants come and bring it. It seems like everything is so quiet. There's no conversation. It's just shock. And because people just don't know what to say. It's that silence. So, is anyone doing anything? Okay. So after everybody is finished eating, you start seeing the servants coming in and picking up plates and goblets, flatware, and eventually the entire table is completely cleaned off. All that is left is you all. Shira, Asenath, Val, and Sabah. And eventually Val breaks the silence and he says, "So, I believe you've been told that the war is over."
Yep. That is good news. I'm glad to hear it.
That's great news. It was actually just 2 weeks ago that the Ket broke. Aravistorax had destroyed 3 of their largest cities. And then she started to work on Zyph. The capital city of Zyph was burnt severely. It wasn't long after that news came to us that Aziz of the new Ket emperor had met a very, very violent end. Something about an undead creature had taken his life. I need everybody to make a intelligence check.
Brian, this will be me sneaking into the meeting.
Okay.
Could this be substitute for anything other than intelligence, like history or
history check would work out really well too.
Thank you.
I like that one better.
16.
Either one will work for me, unfortunately.
Okay. So Brenna, Kiffy, and Tomas, as you all are sitting here listening to him tell this story, you remember a long time ago when you were heading to Kodal Keep, you were camping that night and from what you remember, it was a young child had, you all had seen her along the road, a revenant.
Yeah.
And this revenant, from what you can only figure, was because if you remember, the revenant told you who she was after. And from what you gather, the revenant finally caught up to Aziz. He says,
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, Val doesn't know that you all had met the revenant. He just knows that that is what was reported to him. He also adds and said, so the new empress will be at the meeting in Pelic in 2 days' time. Yes,
We got to go.
Empress,
We got to go.
yeah, Empress Ela Alzar has taken the throne. So I know right
That's
before,
not the
yeah, I know right before you all left, Emperor Yusuf was still here with us. About a week after you left, Ela had dispatched an emissary here, and they set up a travel arrangements to have Yusuf taken to Greyhawk, where he was currently is interned in a mausoleum there. And unfortunately, just a month after that, we had to use the chamber again, and he just kind of trails off. He says, so
wow, I have a question for you.
Sure.
You've been keeping up with the news from Kent.
Well, yeah, as much as that comes through.
Have we heard anything about Adra?
No, we haven't heard anything from her. My great fear was that, of course, you haven't been told what happened.
No.
So the assassin was here, and she was able to scale the wall past the balcony into Asenath's room, and was about ready to deliver a very obvious fatal blow when Melda interrupted her. There was a fight. The poisons that were used on the drow blade were of underdark origin. I've never seen anything move and react so fast. We tried everything. The Shira came up, the druids, Moore's ivy. But this poison was, I would almost say it was not too much unlike the life tree poison. It might even be more powerful. I don't even know how it was created. But all it took was one simple nick, and that was it. But luckily for us, the guards heard the fight, and the drow herself had actually taken some significant damage and was unable to flee. Melda had been able to cut her Achilles tendon to a point where there was no way that she could escape, and the guards swarmed the assassin, and that's it. She died. Melda died bravely. That's the best. Yeah. So
that brings a little smile to Kelex's face.
Yeah. So I believe you're going to be coming with us to Pelic.
We will be at Pelic, yes.
I think.
But first, I would like to go upon the mountain.
Of course.
And visit.
Who are we speaking with?
Val. Shira.
Yeah. Do you want... Val asked, do you want company or do you need to go alone? the way is clear, of course. You don't have to. There's nothing to worry.
Well,
but if you wish,
regardless, I do believe that we are coming with him.
I believe I would love to go. I would like to go alone. However, I think my companions feel the need to stay with me.
of course.
Hey, I love her. I saw her in a 90 before you did. But you got the spoils.
She wanted to feel somebody that she could feel the sides.
Think of the good.
Oh,
So, we're going to Pellic. So
Not just yet.
Okay, so Elazar, just to remind me, she's the girl we took from Greyhawk to. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Elazar is the young woman that you met at the Ket Embassy, who is now the Empress of Ket.
Has Ket accepted her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
once the subterfuge was kind of exposed, that Yusuf was no longer actually on the throne and that his body was laying in state in Greyhawk. Things changed very, very quickly.
Okay.
There was a lot of desertion on the battlefield. Many of the troops turned on their officers. It was very demoralizing for the people of Ket, who a lot of them were not really too sure why they were fighting in the first place, but they now knew that there had been some trickery involved. So
okay. So we don't need to go to Ket and burn down any more.
No.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, so from what you know, that everyone is going to be in Pellic in 2 days at noon to sign the documents to make it completely official. You know that there's going to be several different dignitaries there from all over the Flyness. I mean, there were a lot of countries involved with this war. It was what you would almost consider a world war. So
the real question is, and I do think these weird things, so just forgive me. Like at the Pope's funeral, if I were going to blow something up, that's would be what I'd blow up.
What the hell, man?
I was doing the same way.
I mean, you have all these world leaders in one spot.
Yeah. So who's running security? Not us.
We could take over Greyhawk in one fell swoop.
If we were evil.
If we were evil. and that's when Tomas says, and you're not?
This is where Tomas reaches over and he pets Morel. And he's like, hello, buddy. How you doing?
Okay. So you're pretty much at leave to do what you wish for 2 days. News eventually gets to the queen that Yarn smoked the the drow assassin. Nothing is said. You were not summoned before the queen. So you're thinking, Yarn, that it was probably fine that you just went ahead and took care of the situation. But
okay,
you do have about a day and a half to do what you want either here in Celene. You could, of course, always travel to Greyhawk if you need to, but you know that you have a time limit because you have to be in Pellic at noon in 2 days.
I say we go to Pellic.
I'd like
Once-
to go Greyhawk first because that's where we were at when I commissioned the cubes, right, Brian?
Yes.
And they should be done by now. Hopefully, several.
Indeed. So what would you like to do?
Brian, did Raven let me know if she would be able to talk or animate?
She says that yes, that is definitely possible, but you also have to remember that they are not compelled to tell the truth or talk to us at all. So it's a hit or miss. I mean, I'll be happy to try.
For the sake of our paladin, I think we need to. There was a bit of a reaction. We were able to kind of subvert it and that.
Okay.
So when he saw the woman who killed Melda. So yeah, I think we need to at least try. It'll be up to him. The queen has nothing to say about it in my mind. I'm simply looking at my people and trying to help.
Of course. She says, well, and of course this was, she just kind of looks at you and says, so I know that Lady Ilia has been wanting to return to Pellic. I've heard that there is a peace accord being signed. It probably wouldn't be bad for her to go.
Would you like to go?
She, Ilia looks over and says, I would love to go home. It's been some time. And I'm sure Margrave Truelight will be happy to see me once again. We were always on good terms. And it would be nice to see it.
How's the family in Sterich going to feel?
Well, most likely they're going to have at least someone there to, because they did send troops. I would
about your staying in Pellic.
I don't know if I'm actually going to stay in Pellic. I may end up returning to Sterich if my cousin feels that it is good and right. I don't want to. Of course, I'm not looking to overthrow her and take her throne. That's really not my speed. All the while, as you're talking with her, you're kind of looking over or past her, and you can see that Raven is. It seems that she's not usually one to show emotion, but you can see that she's excited to kind of hear that Ilia is probably not going to be with her much longer.
But let's get you there, see how things go. And as to Sterich, yeah, accommodations I think can be made. I think if you're adamant about not getting into politics, I think everything will be fine.
It says, no, that's not really my cup of tea, I believe. It was fine when I was with my husband, but
good for a time to move on, right?
Exactly. And I
sort of like that thing that was around my neck, for a while that
yes.
You snuck me with.
She just kind of chuckles at it and says, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I felt you were the best man for the job. So she looks back at Raven and says, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that Mistress Raven here would love to have a little bit of solitude. And I'm sure that Mortimer would love to probably have me no longer making outfits for him.
All right. Does Lady Raven want to go to Pellic?
You see her just like, I think it would not be a bad thing. It's been a while since I've been to Pellic, and I still have a tower there. I would certainly like to see if it still stands. But
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting indeed. We can try to, if you would like to take us and port us to Pellic, we can make arrangements for that movement. I can do anything I can, and we can get everyone there. Or if the tower no longer stands, we'll make accommodations for you and Lady Ilya.
Wonderful. It sounds good. So
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Excellent. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So back to
So Tomas asked Yarn if he could open us a portal to Greyhawk.
What am I, your taxi driver? Just call me Uber Yarn.
No.
He's your name.
Wait a minute, taxi driver, you talking to me? You talking to me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. So let me make sure I understand the thing. We go to Greyhawk, we get whatever the cubes are that you wanted. And then
Kelex is going.
What's that?
Kelex is going up the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. So
if you guys want to go to Greyhawk, I'll go. I'll meet you in Pellic.
Ooh, splitting the party, Brian. This is always going to go good.
I did let everyone know everything that I heard from Raven and that. So our meeting.
Okay. Good. Okay. So who is going to Greyhawk and who is going up the mountain?
Mountain.
You know, we can wait. We can wait for him to come back down the mountain. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's only about a 2-hour march up the mountain. Not really bad. But I mean, so who's going to go up the mountain with Kelex?
I am.
So Timble's going up the mountain with
I'll
Kelex.
go up and pay respects on behalf of the yeomanry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go with him. I'll go up there. They might need magical support.
Okay. Magical support. Okay, so I guess everybody's going up the mountain. Okay.
Come on, Kiffy.
Cool.
You coming with us? Can you count the steps?
We're going on a walk.
Yeah, we're going on a walk.
Yeah. So yes, as you start to make your way, your bear catches up with you, Corinna, and he is lumbering along with you as you start to hit those ancient dwarven steps that I'm not going to go into descriptive prose. It takes you to
for the record.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, Brian, we have some name suggestions for the bear.
Oh, good. Let's hear them.
The one is Wojciech, which is a Polish bear from World War II.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's not a bad bear name. I like that.
We have a suggestion of Gruff or Grizz. Somebody says name him Growler. We have Paddington, Smokey, Z, or Sir Barrington.
Okay, so being that it is Grinna's companion, it's going to be up to Grinna to make that decision. All of these sound like really interesting names. So it's really up to Grinna because she has to name the bear. The bear doesn't have a name; he's never been named. So she would have to cast her spell once again to talk with animals and let him know what it is that she decides. Now, Corinna, you don't have to decide right now. If you can always think about it, but at least it was nice of the folks on X to chime in and give us some ideas. That was very kind of them. Thank you.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, going, what's that?
I'm getting ready to
Nice
move to fart mode versus burp mode. So
Okay. Cool. So, yes, you make your way up a staircase slowly but surely. And then finally, you make it to the top where you once again find the royal graveyard. You can see that there is a special place was obviously prepared for Melda. It has a casket with a bas relief on the top. It looks like she's sleeping. There's like a cold breeze that is blowing, and it just kind of saps the warmth from you. But as you get closer and see this, you can see how much artistry went into making this. It's absolutely beautiful. Obviously, no gold was spared. There is a plaque at the base of it in Elvish, which Kelex, I don't think you can speak Elvish, but you kind of, as you look at it, you realize it obviously is letting whoever reads it know who lies here. Grinna, you look at it and you can see the beautiful Elvish script. I think you speak Elvish and read Elvish. And Kiffy, you and Timble also see that it is just a very beautiful. The entire layout here is extremely respectful.
What does it say?
Really, Grinna? Really?
I think Kelex. It says.
It said, here lies a loving daughter who sacrificed her life for a grateful nation.
That's what you came up with?
Yeah,
Great.
right off the top of my head. Yeah, there you go. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Is that what it says at the Tomb of Unknown Soldiers?
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Didn't she save her sister?
Okay. Curse is back.
No takes the backs.
But it's only on Grinna this time.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm only joking.
Yeah,
I
would have
wouldn't
been
do
that
to
whole
you.
damn time.
So Kelly kind of looks at his companions and just, can you give me a minute, please? And I'll go up to the tomb or the coffin. You said, White.
It's a casket.
Yeah.
Before you leave to go up to the tomb,
Mhm.
I pull out a small 8x10 painting of you and Melda. And apparently I did pretty good. The score on it was 36.
It's a masterpiece.
And I hand that to you.
I look at him and say, "Hey, can I get a couple of these bar winches I know done up a little bit?" And
You're going to have to pay me in winches.
And winches.
Kelex takes the painting and he says, "Thank you, Timble."
You're welcome, my friend.
Okay. So as the rest of you kind of step back, giving Kelex a little bit of time, Kelex, you approach. And like I said, the bas relief on the top is it's like her image has been cast in alabaster. It's absolutely beautiful. As you lay your hand across and touch where her hand is on the relief, what are you thinking? What's going through Kelex's mind?
Kelex is taking a deep breath. He's trying to compose himself.
I need you to make a will save, but not for the darkness.
A will save.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can't hold back. And with a 6, you collapse. Your hand's still on the top, and the rest of you see his legs just go out from under him. He is now, and you can hear him actually sobbing.
So Tomas takes his cloak off and places it over Pav, and then he goes, "Hot tub. I'm dancing in a hot tub. Yeah, no."
Yeah.
Wow.
Make another will save with advantage.
Oh,
or no, with disadvantage. As the tendrils reach out and grab you. That's what I want.
Yes, there's one.
Okay. So, no, I was just kidding. Okay. So.
Oh, yeah, you're lucky we're kidding.
So, Kelex, we're probably about a good straight minute. You finally find, you finally compose yourself. You once again get to your feet. As you're still standing there, the wind doesn't seem to cut through you. It's not as cold as you thought it was. Or maybe it's just a feeling that you have that's kind of radiating under your armor.
You thought I was weird for saying hot tub.
You are weird.
Not that kind of radiating.
I'm not for hot tub.
So you can remain. I don't know what you wanted to do from here, or you can do whatever you'd like.
We could leave from here.
I do. Yep. Kelex composes himself, and he kind of holds up the painting that Timble gave to him, and looks at it. Hello, my love. Here's something from Timble. It looks like he truly captured the beauty, your beauty. They just kind of put it right next. I'll lean it up next the casket.
The casket, yeah.
And then he pulls out, and he reaches into his pocket, pulls out, and he places a ring on top of the casket.
Oh. Yeah, the rest of you see this, and everybody else make a wisdom save.
Did I use my last two? Never mind. I'm sorry.
What, the 3?
That was not a wisdom save.
The 3 and the 8.
That was not a. Yeah, I hit the wisdom. So hold on. So
okay.
I actually got a +1.
Okay.
We're doing good. It's still a 3.
It's still a 3. So yeah. So Grenna, Tomas, you are. You kind of see what is happening here, and you are overcome with emotion, but not as in the same way. Yeah, your eyes get a little misty with tears, but you hold it back. Kiffy, you and Yarn are kind of stoic about the whole thing, understanding the gravity of what has happened here, but you do not. You're able to hold that in. Being that this is not your all's first rodeo, seeing people not come back. So
Kelex, he doesn't talk out loud. He basically feel like he's just talking to her. So I don't know if they can hear me or not. So I said I was going to give this to you on my return.
No, that's just the silence.
You were a light in a world I thought had grown too dark. Now they've taken that light away. They've taken you away from me. By stars and stone. I had this in my head already. Sorry. You will not be forgotten, not by me, not by the world. And when my blade finds the ones who made this happen, may the gods have mercy grant them mercy, because I'm not sure if I will be able to. And he leaves it at that.
Okay. So, Kelex, you turn back to your friends. And so what are you going to do from here? You can, as Yarn said, you could either leave from here and go to Greyhawk. You don't have to go back to Instead to do that. Or what would you like
walk
to do?
down the hill and leave. Which seems stupid to me.
Kelex just turns around and he said, "It's time to go. Let us leave."
And as the entourage starts to leave, Tomas, making a really shitty roll on his wisdom save, says, "Oh shit, we're leaving gifts." And the gold griffin brooch that he received long ago when we did the griffins, and he mastered the griffin, so because I rolled a critical success. He said I won this gold brooch and I got +3 animal handling with griffins, and I placed that on her grave too. And so, oh, shit, I didn't know we're bringing presents.
No, you should have left one of your mushrooms.
No.
That's a negative, good buddy.
Why waste good drugs on the dead?
Wouldn't it be great if you knew a necromancer that could bring her back?
Yeah, I don't think he might.
I don't think that would work out the way you think it would.
Yeah. Don't know.
I'd like to talk to like the head guardsman that's with us. The guard.
We didn't have any guards come with us.
Yeah, it was just you.
Oh, then I will go to
just Mr. Bear.
I'll walk back down to the guards.
We're going to leave from the top of the hill.
I got to talk to the guards. I have to.
Why?
I want to do something for Kelex.
It's probably not a bad thing to walk down the hill for a bit. Just to.
We're a bunch of vengeful, murdering hobos. Yay!
Oh no! Kelex just had that great big speech about the vengeance and all that. But I hate to tell him if it's who I think it is, and it's Adra, she's mine.
Mm-hmm.
If I get her. Mike is the most non-murder hobo Alibus, so I give Kiffy props.
That Mike or this Mike?
I don't know how my visit could be turned into a murder hobo. I'm not killing guards. I'm talking.
It's only a matter of time.
God. Okay, so we're going to walk back down to Instead.
Yeah, grumbling the whole way.
Okay.
All the way to Instead.
We went out
there are cemetery guards here.
Wait till we got up to the top of the hill.
That's who I want to talk to.
Guard.
I'm talking about the cemetery guards, not the guards down the hill.
Cemeteries don't normally have guards.
Yeah,
I thought this one did.
The last time that you were here, it was actually a cleric that was up here cleaning tombstones and things. There was actually no guard, but you do.
I thought you said that there was guards at the top because it was the royal.
Nope. No, I mean, there's a caretaker, but that caretaker is not there on that day.
Okay.
But you also kind of figured that all of the tombs here are magically sealed in such a way that if anyone tampers with them, horrifying things will probably happen to them.
Well, my intent is to have it tampered with, yes, by adding something. And that request was going to be put into the channels so that it goes to the right people.
Okay, then you will have to return to Instead to let those people know that they can alert the groundskeeper to make those changes.
When I see Val, I'll start at the top.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. We'll see everybody tomorrow, or
True.
we can come back here this afternoon.
We can go to Greyhawk, pick up my cubes, and then we just come right back here and then pick everybody up.
I'll stay here. They can go grab the cubes and come back.
Works for me.
Okay.
We're splitting the party,
Again.
and it's me and Tomas. How the fuck did that happen?
Man, talk about a buddy adventure nobody wanted.
Okay, so only Tomas and Yarn are going to Greyhawk. Okay, very good. Alrighty, so Tomas and so Yarn, you're going to go ahead and open your portal here. All right, so as the rest of you guys see this, Yarn's Stargate opens up, and he and Tomas walk through to the other side. Of course, it's still, I believe, open for another 10 minutes or so. So
Or until I drop it.
Or until you drop it. So you could drop it once you get to the other side. The rest of you start to make your way down the mountain back to Instead.
Kind of walking backwards, making sure I see that thing close.
Okay. Okay. So, Yarn and Tomas, as soon as you appear in Greyhawk, you're appearing in your office, are you not?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you appear in your office. You see that Alf is there, kind of just doing his sort of thing, watching over all of your stuff. It seems as though somebody has taken the initiative and has dropped off a turkey sandwich to him sometime during the day. So he is sitting there tearing through the wrapper, the paper wrapper of a really good sized turkey sandwich. He just notices you as you appear, but then immediately goes back to eating his sandwich. The rest of your office looks exactly the way you left it. But it looks as though somebody has taken the time to come through and dust. But as you're kind of looking around, you realize that there is something strange that you've never seen before, but you wouldn't be too shocked to see it here at the Citadel, is a magically animated duster. It's going around just dusting stuff. It's exactly what you would expect, but you did not realize that you had one. But
It's got a Roomba.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Roomba. Yeah, in its own right. So what are you guys going to do here?
Where are your cubes?
Oh, we had to go get them picked up. So I go to the master craftsman that was making them for me.
Okay, so you make your. So are both of you going, or is it just one?
Oh, we'll both go.
Okay,
and I'll say, Alf, you want to come out and have a walk?
He scarfs down the rest of his sandwich and flies over and says to you, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get out of here for a couple of hours.
All right, let's go.
Cool.
Let's get out of here.
So you all head on down. You find one of those really nice elevator-like discs, and you start to make your way down to the main lobby area. Of course, as always, the Crystal Citadel is full of people. It's one of those. You see, again, Yarn, you are people address you as master mage. You, of course, you have your robes on. You look the part. And you make your way outside and into the street. So right now the time is right around noonish in Greyhawk. So as you step out, you notice there's a column there that has posters posted on it. It's kind of like one of those town square sort of things where people post news and things on. It's got a very kind of a French street corner feel to it. It's a big old column with like all types of. And one thing that catches both of your eyes are there is a Greyhawk exhibition, sort of like a World's Fair. That is going to be happening within like the next 2 weeks. But at the very, very bottom of it, something really catches Tomas's eye, as it says that it is sponsored by the Gas and Power Consortium of what's the name of the of Singleton?
Yeomanry?
Of Singleton.
Oh, Singleton.
Yeah. Which is not something that you're familiar with. Gas and Power Consortium of Singleton. And it's being sponsored by them. So it's kind of strange.
Okay. Yet another hook we don't have time to go chasing down.
Another one of those.
Yeah, we gotta get a boat and get to the tree.
Yeah.
Boat the tree, tree the boat.
All right. We go off to get his cubes. What are these cubes anyway?
Okay.
First of all, can I do an intelligence check to think this might be my father's doing?
Yeah, you can.
The gas, or not just my father, anybody involved, could be my wife.
Okay.
Because Singleton's where I'm from, so I don't know shit. Anyway.
Okay. Can you give me another intelligence check as you're sitting here looking at this poster?
Nope, don't know shit.
Okay. Yarn, can you give me one?
Intelligence check?
Yep,
yeah,
just a check.
That'd probably be a 1.
Okay.
Hey, Ed, that was a save. You didn't do a check. You did a save.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So, but that's all right. Yarn was able to knock it out of the ballpark. As Yarn, as you're looking at this piece of paper, you realize that this thing was posted probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Because remember, you all are like you're still a little time woozy because you lost 2.5 months, and so you're kind of thinking, "Oh my, this is like going on right now." And it is at the actual. It's in the at the Castle of Greyhawk, Castle Greyhawk here in Greyhawk City. That all of these newfangled, strange things are going on. So you all start making.
Never mind.
Okay.
Another hook.
So you start making your way to the Master Craftsman's area, and so Tomas, you walk in. The fellow there who recognizes you and says, "Oh, I thought you were going to be back in like 2 weeks."
When you go on an extended tour, you start hanging out with groupies. You never know how long it's going to go.
Okay, so we decided we made 10 of them. I hope that's going to be okay.
Only 10?
Yeah. Yeah, because when you didn't show up, we kind of thought that maybe you just totally forgot about us and we didn't want to be left holding the bag here.
Shit. Make 20 more. I'll be back.
Do you want to take these?
Of course.
Okay. And
If
so
you can have them delivered to my offices in the Citadel.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, yes, Master Mage, we'll be happy to do that." Yeah,
I'm taking 3 of them with me right now.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm talking about the 20 in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you collect your boxes. What are you going to do now?
Hey, let's go
Is
check
that
out
all
this
you needed?
consortium.
Is that all you needed?
Yep.
All right. Back to Evastat.
Let's go check out this consortium.
Nope. Back to Evastat.
It's a day. It's a half a minute. There might be magic items there.
Good try.
You have to make a will save.
No, I don't.
Wait, persuasion. I rolled a 23.
Damn.
Okay, you persuaded me you're an asshole. Let's go back to Evastat.
Yeah, but he would also get a will save if, but yeah, okay, so you're going back to instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. As
Can we
you
stop
all
and have a beer real quick? Can we at least have a beer in town?
No.
It's a minute. It's a minute.
No.
Have to find a tree.
Come on,
Have to
Al.
find a tree.
Well, I'm going back to Instat. Whether
Well,
you
you're
go
my
or not, whether you go or not, I don't care.
Ooh, splitting the party.
Meanwhile, in real life, who here has tried to drag Ed into a car when he's drunk and he doesn't want to go into it? Or get Ed to do...
I've never actually had that pleasure.
Oh, well.
We were always walking.
Yeah, well, walking doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At least I'm not as bad as Glenn jumping into fountains. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
We go back. It's my transportation.
Alf goes with us.
Okay.
What's that?
Alf is going with you. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you open up your portal outside of this this shop, and you step through. And actually, you will end up beating Kelex and the rest of the party down the mountain by probably about an hour and a half. Because it took you like literally no time at all.
Yeah.
So you could have probably stayed for a beer. But
it's never
Brian, you've never taken Ed out for a beer.
Actually, when have you ever gone into a bar, anybody, and just go in for a beer?
Yeah, I can't do it either.
Okay, but I didn't go in for the beer. Somebody else did. I just drank water.
Okay.
Brent is the designated driver.
Designated cat herder.
To be fair, Ed and I usually start with 2 beers first. One to wet the palate, and the next one to save. The first one goes down in one gulp.
Nice. Okay. So eventually, everybody is once again reunited at the castle in Instead. It seems that Tomas now has his strange contraptions that he has had
what are these
built
boxes
for him. So from what you know, these boxes are kind of like a jukebox that will project his likeness and kind of like a hologram, and it will play music and stuff like that, and he can leave them in places. Am I right?
That sounds familiar.
And by the side of the dice, because they're 6-sided, each side plays a different song. It's called Bardus Virtualis, and one side plays that, and then you can flip it, so there are 5 songs on each one.
Yeah, that's what
Your first one's going to be put in the village, right? In Old 97.
Actually, I was going to drop one in Greyhawk before we left because there's this tech expo going on, but nobody would go to the bar. So anyway,
Ed, he was not wrong. It's never one beer. It's never something that's going to go how you expect, since you are an agent of chaos.
Okay, so we're all back in Instat.
Yep, everybody's back.
All right.
I'm going to split off and see if I can find Val.
Okay. What is everybody
And-
else doing?
That's that.
I guess I don't know. We're in Pelic, yeah, or are we in Instead?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're in instead.
Alex is going to go back to his room.
We need to wait till in the morning to go to Instat now. I mean, to Pellet.
yes.
Okay.
And we're
So
waiting
find-
on two to join us.
And since we are here, we might as well go find the nicest bar in town. Or sorry, in tavern.
Yeah, which would be the Broken Bow. Okay. So, being that no one else has any other plans, I'm going to pivot to Temple,
Broken
who's
Bow.
going to go see Val. So, Temple, yeah, you're able to catch him as he is actually on the archery field doing some instruction. He sees you coming and he breaks away real quick and he says, "So,
Is it possible that I could talk with you and your mother?
I'm sure we can get an audience.
A moment,
Yeah, sure.
please.
Of course. Yeah, and so he turns over the instruction to one of his trusted rangers, and you all step back into the castle. It only takes just a few minutes, but the queen is not on the throne. She is actually in her sitting room having tea, but she allows you to have an audience there. So a guard opens the door for you. You've been in this room before.
Yeah.
So she beckons you and Val to come in and take a seat. And also tea is poured for you as well as Val. And she says, "So what is this all about?"
Well, I'll drop to my knee and say, Queen Yolanda, I am sorry for your family's loss. I wish we would have been here. Maybe we could have changed things.
Yes, it is regrettable.
Well, my heart is with you.
I wish you all had been here too. And she just kind of looks off like she's trying to hold back. I thank you.
And I'll sit back down. I'll go. The one reason that I requested this meeting is I wanted to tell you that I've created a painting of Kelex and Mel together. It's one of my best. I'm more than proud of it. It is currently laying on her tomb. But of more importance, Kelex had purchased a ring, had gotten a ring, and he left it there on the grave. I had thoughts that maybe we could find a way to create some way to show the painting, have it encased, and maybe a set of hands coming out with the ring.
She
That's not creepy.
she thinks about it and says, that's wonderful. I think that could definitely be done.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask.
I'll send guards to fetch the picture and the ring.
While it's being made, you could have the. It's small. I did it to just in case you wanted to keep it. I made it rather small. It's like a 8x10, but it is. I'm quite proud of it. If you need to keep it here or maybe show it off while the rest of the monument is being made, you could. I certainly think that's fine.
Master Timble, would you be willing to make a larger portrait of my daughter?
Oh, of course.
If you can, I'm sure you. I know that you have this ability and the expertise to do so, the artistry. But if there is a way that I could commission you to do so, it would be.
It'll be done. I'm not looking for any charge or anything. I loved Melda too.
She reaches out and like touches your hand and gives it a squeeze, and she said yes.
Here, start. And he's trying to hold it back.
Yeah.
Gets controlling.
Yeah. So she says, "Is there anything else?"
Nothing that I can think of. If I do, I'll immediately get a hold of Val, and if it warrants us coming to see you, I'll have him let you know, and we can do it properly. Otherwise, we'll go through Val.
Excellent. So you will be with us tomorrow in Pellic?
Yes, we were intending to join.
This is good.
And so, as you might know, the Lady Raven will be coming. I know that everyone's not overly fond of her, but I think she would be good to have there in case of subterfuge.
I believe that is not a bad idea.
And shit, I've lost her name. The one-time queen of queen there, Ileana.
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
Ilya.
Yeah, Ilya. Okay, I say that Lady Ilya is returning to Pellic, and we're taking her there.
Okay. So I think that's good.
Yeah, she's coming out of hiding, as it were, and returning to. No, I think she wants to see young Timothy Truelight and let him know that she's not into the politics anymore. She is done. She has nothing to fear from him. Only friendship.
Okay. Well, this is great. She said so. I suppose we're done here then.
I believe we are.
Very good.
Thank you, Mike.
And she goes back to, she was reading as Val stands and just kind of gives you the head tilt, like, yeah, guess it's time.
I'll be right up on my feet and right out with him.
Okay. So yeah, once he leaves and he pulls the door behind you, he says, "That's really nice of what you're proposing."
No, it's the least we can fucking do, you know. And you know what? I need a beer.
He says, I think I need one too.
All right.
So let's go to the bow.
Yep.
All right. So you all adjourn to the Broken Bow. So the rest of you, I think, what was it? Tomas, you were already heading to the bow, weren't you? You're muted.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
He
So
was sitting there with prejudice.
was anybody else going to the bow with you?
Kiffy has probably been there the whole time.
Kippy didn't even bother going to the meeting with the queen. He was like, "Nope, I've seen enough. This. I've already walked. I walked 4 hours up a freaking mountain. I'm going for a brew."
He's a dwarf. You should be happy to do that. That's what they're built for.
Yeah, that's
You
their,
know, I really
their
didn't want to go
shtick.
to the, I didn't want to go to the bar, but it's just too perfect an opportunity to fuck with Thomas.
Okay. So, Tomas, you get there, and what are you doing? You have, I guess, one of your cubes.
Oh, I have 3 of them with me.
Okay, so you have 3 of your cubes. What are you doing? Are you just here for a beer, or are you here to hawk one of your cubes?
I'm not. That almost sounded like hawk one of my pubes.
I was hoping it wasn't going to go there.
Oh well,
That's not a possibility.
That's not.
It's happened before.
And what is the general mood of the bar this evening?
It doesn't seem the way it has in the past. It seems as though it's a little bit more down. It's probably the best way to put it. People, of course, are here, they're eating, drinking, but it seems that the jovial spirit that you have seen here before is probably a little bit more subdued. Primarily, what you're feeling is probably with the death of Melda. She was very well liked amongst the people of Instead. Of course, the people here love the queen, and she was, and of course, if Sentisha ever returns, then of course she would be the heir apparent now. So murdered. So really, this is really a bad spot for not to get away from the bar, but the political climate is kind of up in the air because without being that Asenath was a part of the prophecy, she cannot take the throne. So it leaves a really bad situation for Yolanda because it's getting a little dicey for her. Now, I mean, Val could take the throne, but Sentisha has claim. And that's kind of the situation. So, but yeah, the bar seems the tavern seems just down. It just seems sad. There's no music playing. People are just not having a good time.
Tomas comes in and he starts performing as he walks in. He's like, "Goodbye, Celene's Queen." And he starts doing Candle in the Wind by Elton John.
Okay. Give me a performance check. Oh, you already did? 17. Okay, 17's really... It's a very good role. People are... While they're not kind of... it's not those types of songs that that's... has people up and dancing and tapping their feet. But you do a good job. And people seem the elves here seem to be appreciative of your effort.
We never discussed what songs we'd put on there, but I would, if I were me, I would have at least like a poppy song, a rocky song, a ballad, and then like one of those melodramatic songs. And if I were doing one, I'd probably be doing "Holding Back the Years" by Simply Red. Holding back the years, kind of those type of song. So I'm going to go over. Go ahead.
Okay, I got a question for you. Is each cube has different songs on it?
each side of the cube has different songs. So if
Okay.
you rolled it like a
But-
dice,
Right. But so you have 3 cubes. Do they all have different songs on each cube?
no, they all are the same
Oh,
at this
okay.
time.
Okay. At this time.
This is the first album.
Oh, okay. The first album. Okay. All right. Very good. All right.
So then when he's done performing, he's going to casually walk over to the hearth and flip up the Holding Back the Years one version.
Okay.
And have it playing by the can up on the mantelpiece over the hearth.
Okay. So yeah, you put it there, you activate it, and as you do, the hologram of you performing this song, and you have not actually had a chance to try one of these things out yet. So this is
it's even better.
Yeah.
It's even better.
So once you activate it, the hologram pops up, and the sound is absolutely beautiful. It's the magic that was infused within it but you see that no one else has ever seen any technology like this before. So everybody's eyes are literally glued on this thing as they're watching it. And people are just, their mouths are just hanging open as they're watching this. Zathia Silvermoon, the friend of Santaisha, is working, and she walks up to you, and you're sitting at one of the tables, and she says, "That is amazing. Where did you find it?"
I turn at her and I look like this. I say, and I point to my head.
That is,
I thought it up.
That's incredible. You'll definitely have to talk with you have to talk with Andreas. He's the owner. I'm sure he will want to purchase one from you.
It is a gift.
Oh my gosh.
It is a gift.
I'll have to get him. And so she runs back behind the bar, and she drags this elven gentleman out. He's wearing an apron, and the like and stuff like that. He's kind of wiping his hands on a kitchen rag, and he walks over and he says, "Sir, thank you very much for this wonderful gift. We're going to just keep it right there on the mantle. Is there any special instructions that we need?"
No, obviously. I mean, if it's not in play, there are 5 songs placed on a cube. If it's not in play, then it pops up Bardus Virtualis, which is the name of the first album. And please, allow your patrons to mourn in peace, and knowing that they can, come here and have a few drinks and enjoy a night without, minstrels jarring them for cash.
I said, "Thank you so much. This is a very, very extraordinary gift." And is this the first place that you've delivered one?
It is the only place. I mean, I just picked up. So I while under these circumstances, it's rough, but I wish to debut it in Greyhawk during the technology consortium that's going on there that my family is hosting. But we came here, and I felt this is the right place to do it.
Again, he extends a hand to shake your hand, and he's like, "Well, thank you very much. We do appreciate your patronage and your gift." Okay.
Certainly.
So, he ends up returning back to the bar. A couple of beers are brought over to you. Some ales are brought over to you on the house, and you sit there and drink. I didn't know who else was with you other than I knew Kippy was going. So
Kippy's probably like, "Fuck me, Jesus, I can't escape this dude." But it's free beer, so
yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just going to sit back and watch the reaction to this, especially if anybody goes up and turns the cube or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah. So like after that song plays, Zathia walks over and turns it to another side, and it immediately once again springs to life. The hologram appearing above it, playing the next song.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you spend a
I'll
little
get
bit. You spend a little bit of time in there drinking and enjoying what you have thought up, and yeah. So,
all right. What's everybody else doing?
well, if no one else is doing anything else,
Yeah, that's kind of a.
Kelex is down at the bar. He stayed in his room.
okay.
Long rest.
Yeah. So
Long
yeah.
rest.
So long rest. So yeah, everybody will be able to get a long rest before you make your trip to Pelic the next morning. And I guess this is probably not a bad place to stop for the evening, so we can do our drawing for.
Do we have anybody?
I sure hope so. So this is for the $30 gift card to Steam. Now, so what happens with that is, though, you have to friend me on Steam, and then you have to wait 3 days, which is really weird. But after the 3 days, I can send you the gift card. So it'll come in an increment of 5 and 25. That's the only, they don't have a $30 card, but you will get it. The first person we had was a fellow from Brazil, and he got his card 3 days afterwards and was super, super happy about it. Of course, again, if you end up winning the box of dice, I'll have to get an address from you. We can handle that through Twitch message. So that will be fine. So I'm going to switch over to our roulette wheel, and then we are going to, let me put in some names. So the names I see are, was that Croissantcy?
Croissantcy, yep.
Okay. So let me put that name into our wheel.
And for the record, they've been following you since February, Brian. I noticed that earlier.
Oh, that's very wonderful. Thank you, Croissantcy, for coming on board. Is there anyone else, though? I see...
Life,
Okay.
LYSC was on board tonight.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
YSC.
So it's a 50-50 shot for these guys.
Okay. Was there anybody else? I think those were our only two.
At one point, we were up to 8, but nobody commented.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
That's going to be something I'm going to push to say, jump in, make a comment, and we'll throw you in there. But
oh, yeah. I mean, if you want to, that would be cool. We would love, but it was definitely to pump up our chat numbers. But yeah, so right now we have Croissanti and Lefelsi. I'm really bad with trying to pronounce names, and that's difficult.
It's a good trait for DMs. It's a good trait for DMs.
Yeah, I know. So we'll wait. Let's give it 5 minutes. If we don't have anybody pop in within 5 minutes, then we're just going to roll, and we'll see who gets what.
Roger. So now, Brian, as people are looking at this, I mean, I get it. It's kind of like almost like TV for the first time. Is that how I'm perceiving it? People seeing it?
Yes. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's new. It's extremely new. People are not familiar with this type of. It's kind of like on-demand magic, where like usually if you want to do magic, you have to do it yourself, or you have to get someone else to do it for you. This has its own magical ability that all you have to do is literally turn the cube, and boom, it activates. So it's kind of a neat sort of a neat item. Well, again, it would definitely be something that you would want to go and take to a
technology consortium.
Or a technology sort of exposition. Yeah, you would definitely want to do that, but oh well. Guess you're
Oh,
gonna have
wow.
to wait. But the beautiful thing is that it is on for an entire week. So you still have a chance.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out. It's my family if they're from Singleton, so it's got to be my family putting it on. So,
Yep.
I immediately get a stage,
Exactly.
and that's what Tomas loves.
Hey, I'm gonna go get blade. Okay.
Gonna go get what blades? Jesus Christ! Is he going to shiv somebody?
William picking his brother up from ballet.
Oh, that's no fun.
Nope. Doesn't sound like fun.
Did they get him?
So, Brian,
He was gonna go get
did
razor
you get a
blades.
chance to look at PBR, the role playing game?
I did not get a chance to see it yet. I knew that you've created it. I just didn't get a chance to open it up and explore.
So, it's a very simple game where it's based on the players all come in with 10 cards, one or ace through 10. And those are their random. That's their random number generator, and it's a card against the DM
Okay.
to resolve
cool.
situations that typically happen in a bar.
Nice.
There is an appearance of Cure Light beer. So, Mike, there is a reference to the original drinking the role playing game that he and I came up with a lot of Killians at Gen Con. How many years ago was that, Mike?
Oh, geez. That was the last year it was in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Cool.
And to give everybody an idea how lawful good Kiffy is, a friend of ours, Skinny J, that our Albie knows, and Mike and I all went to Gen Con. And he said we had hotel rooms, but we didn't have hotel rooms. So Mike slept in the car because he didn't like the idea of us raiding into a hotel room or a hotel and just guerrilla camping inside this hotel. And
Nice.
Skinny J and I guerrilla camped. At one point I came back, I had all these curtains that I'd found in a closet, and we used these as blankets. And there were these niches that were covered up by curtains, and you'd pull the curtain over, wrap up in these curtains, and it was like a private bedroom.
Cool. Okay.
So, same Gen Con we met Gary Gygax.
Neat.
What album was DJ playing in the car?
Oh my God! So here's the funny thing, man. He does not believe this. He does. So it was the ABBA greatest hits, right?
Oh my God.
And it was like we take off and we forget that we don't bring any music, and the only thing we have is the ABBA greatest hits album, which, for the record, I love.
Okay.
And
Was that Skinny J's car?
who knows whose car it was? So
Because that damn thing was in his car a lot.
he denies that Dancing Queen was it, or that it was that. He said no, there was a whole bunch of other music. I'm like, no, dude,
that's a lie.
That is a lie. And I have the most lawful good person backing me up in the world for a change. So yes. But we got to meet Gary Gygax. That's where he pointed out to us. First of all, he shows up wearing a porn star T-shirt. That was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
We'd gone to this vendor that he'd probably got paid $100 to show up at or something, and nobody was there. It was the chick that had bought the Barrier Peaks module, and he's like, "Let me show you something." And he flipped it upside down, and he, as an Easter egg, he'd put his initials in the map, EGG of the map.
Oh, nice.
If you see it normally, you don't think about it, but you got to flip the map upside down. It says EGG. That's pretty funny. And he signed my issue 100 of Dragon Magazine, which has the dragon chess in it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Well,
and then he said, I got to leave. And right about that time, they were opening up the doors for me to go speak, and you could hear him chanting, "Gary, Gary." First time he'd been back to Gen Con after TSR sold.
Wow. That's cool.
Weird world we live in.
Well, I guess this is, we have two people So this is good. So the first spin is going to be for the $30 gift card to Steam. And then the second one will, of course, be for the dice 50th anniversary dice set. So I'm going to switch over here real quick, and we're going to do our first spin.
Could we just agree that one?
What's that?
I'm looking at the spinner.
Yeah.
Click the spin.
Yep.
Sit and spin.
Okay.
You know, here's the hard one. They're both worth about the same amount of money.
Exactly.
So which one who wins first? This is for
This is for the $30 gift certificate.
Crescente.
Yay, Crescente! Thank you very much. You win. Okay, so I'm gonna touch base with you immediately afterwards so that we can get our Steam. You can friend me on Steam so I can make sure you get this in 3 days.
Actually, they jumped on. They're online right now. They were like, "Oh, thank you."
Oh, that's good. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yay. That's good. So I'm really.
They are here. Give them a choice, Brian.
Oh, give them a choice of what?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, would they rather have the dice or the $30 gift certificate?
Yeah, I think that's fair. They're actually here. Okay. So
yeah, I mean, we can give them the option. I don't want to maybe they don't like Steam. I don't know. Maybe they do.
Oh, well.
Okay, so Crescente, if you would like to have the $30 gift certificate, let me know. Or if you want the dice set, let me know. And we can figure it out right now. Of course, there's also a really good chance that you might also win the dice set, right?
True, there's that. Well, give it a spin there.
You want the Steam? Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so you definitely get the Steam. Alrighty. So let's go with I think I have to do usually I think there's like a reset or something because it's supposed to be kind of spinning. I don't know. Oh, look, there's instructions.
Hey, Brian, I'm just going
to
put this up here. It's pretty funny, actually. The screen grab that when you're running the spin,
yeah,
you kind of look like Sling Blade. You look like Carl from Sling Blade right there.
Oh,
putting that out there.
That's beautiful. Alrighty. I wonder why my camera's frozen. That's weird. I don't get it. All right, here we go with the second spin, and here we go, kids. And look at that. It's like fate.
Congratulations, Crescente.
Okay. Alrighty, Crescente. So hopefully you live in the States. If you don't, unfortunately, I can't really send this to you. But if you live in the States, I will text you on through Steam, and I'll get all of your information, and we shall probably take care of it from there. But yeah, congrats. That's completely awesome. So for everybody else at home, thank you all very much for hanging out with us this evening. I hope that you had a good time. I know for my players, tonight was kind of it was a shock.
Very dramatic. Very dramatic.
I'm sorry. But it's one of those things. But it'll get better. It'll get better. Yeah.
It'll get better.
It'll get better.
Imagine me and you and me. No matter how we toss the dice, we had to be. We're happy together.
Okay. So, make sure to check us out. It won't be next week, but the week after, I think, because I think Melinda and Russ are out next week, if I remember right.
final band concert of our daughter.
Oh.
For 8th grade.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah. No, that's fine. So not next week, but the weekend after, or the Thursday after, we'll be back.
No.
No.
I have to be at a high school graduation.
Oh.
So
okay. So it's gonna be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we actually will not be able to play until
Probably the 29th.
yes.
Okay, cool. So we'll be back on the 29th. It's all cool. This episode will be on YouTube tomorrow, sometime during the day. And the podcast version of this will be up on Spotify and iTunes on Saturday morning. So keep your eyeballs and earballs peeled for that. And once again, thank you guys very much for coming out and playing. All right.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. Woo-hoo.
Have a good night.
I'm taking over the world slowly.